someone asked me if my husband and I had ever discussed an open marriage. And I was like, no. I'm in a very marriage means marriage kind of situation, you know. Very tight border controls. A lot of finger pointing and complaining, but nothing ever changes because nobody has a plan B. And unexpectedly expensive to get out of.
Hi, this is Stylish Ram of AsianCultureVulture.com. We're here at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and we're with the super talented comedian Sindhu Vee. Sindhu, welcome.
Thank you for having me. And welcome to the Fringe.
Absolutely, it's our first Fringe. And I believe it's your first official Fringe.
Yeah, it's my debut solo hour, so yes. That's the first official coming out, debutante.
So how different is it to the previous time you came?
Very, very different. I was in the Free Fringe previously. It was a 40-minute show, very under the radar. I remember instead of doors, we had duvets, and so it was very warm.
Right.
I used to gig in shorts and a vest. But also it was very different because in the 40 minutes you're working towards your hour, you're trying different things out, much less official. So this is the real deal.
Right, and how, can you tell us a little bit about the show then?
Yeah, the show is called Sandhog. I'm not going to tell you why. Well, you know, because
I know, I've seen it.
But you need to come to the show to see why it's called Sandhog. It's a show really about how difficult it is to truly and honestly love anybody. Whether it's your children or your husband or your partner or your parents. It's hard work. But you know, you find a way to do it because no one wants to live without love, right? So it's a show about that.
And have they all seen it?
Oh God, no, please, no way. My husband, certainly, I don't want him to see it. The children are too young and they don't care, like I'm their mom.
Okay.
My mother knows bits of it and she laughs. And my father, there's some blue bits in there,
right,
which I would never perform in front of my father, so.
Yes, because you're an Asian woman swearing in public is like very...
Yeah, I mean,
you wouldn't see normally.
Yes, I mean, you wouldn't see it so much. My mother swears, but of course in Hindi, and she swears within the house. But in public, I don't think I mind swearing in public. I mind swearing specifically in front of my father. So that's one member of the public that I don't want to swear in front of. The rest, I don't care.
And the show's been doing really well. What do you think people are reacting to? Is it the relatability of the material?
I think so. Also my good looks. No, just kidding. Sorry, that's completely inappropriate to say. No, to be honest, it's always fascinating to me because I think I'm talking about stuff that is only important to me. But then if you think about it, most people have a mom. Many people have kids. A lot of people are in relationships. And there is a tendency in the show for me to say things that people think but don't want to say, but not make it sound horrible. Or even if it sounds horrible for 10 seconds and then it gets funny. So I think maybe that's a kind of nice thing.
Is breaking taboos really part of your kind of mission in a way?
Oh my God, I have no mission. My main mission is to not drink too much at the Fringe and to also eat one cheese toastie a week as opposed to one a day. I've failed both those so far, but I'm working on it. I don't have a mission. I honestly, in my comedy, I want to make people laugh. It's very gratifying. It's a gift, really, to be able to make someone laugh. I feel like someone has given me that gift when it happens. I've never thought about breaking taboos. I have broken them, but that's always because I've been trying to do something else. Like, I came abroad to study and did a lot of things that were unusual, but I wanted to get away from my mother. Like, not like forever, mommy, but like, because she wanted me to get married and I was like, oh, what do I do? So I left. I've always done things for other reasons and sort of landed on my feet like a cat. So
you came to comedy quite late and, in terms of making a career. So when you started out, did you have a vision of where you wanted to be and how close are you to that now?
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think if I can make this sound super slick. When I started comedy, my main aim was to get a gig and to be able to stay at the gig without someone from home calling and saying, you got to come back, the baby's puking, that kind of thing. I had young children then. Having said that, I don't want to sound, like I don't have goals. I then wanted to get signed. I got signed. I wanted to have an hour that was stand-up. For me, stand-up is very much you tell jokes and people laugh, and you make a point without making the point. I think I have that in this hour. I've been very lucky to get work on the BBC, to have my Radio 4 series, all that's coming to me. So, I'm happy.
Has that been the game changer in terms of your profile, the Radio 4 stuff? You're getting more exposure?
Very much so, very much so. I mean, hosting Comedy of the Week podcast, literally people had me in their ear canal every week. That did wonders. As I always say, I give good voice. So that was great. And also the Radio 4 series has been very, very good. So yeah, that has been great exposure.
So what now after the Fringe? What are you looking for in the Fringe, and what's next for you?
Well, I'd like people to keep coming to my show. I'd like them to enjoy it. I love it when they tweet me back about something that it made them think of. Because one of the things about stand-up is that moment when they laugh and you wanted them to laugh, that connection, to be on the same page as me, it's really why we do it. Honestly, it's why we do it. There's that moment where you think this works. So that's great to hear about it later. So tweet me if you thought I was funny on anything. Tweet me why you thought it was funny. But apart from this, let's get this done. I'm sure many other doors are going to open because they do. And if you do a good job, people want to see what you want to do next. And we'll see when those open. We're a week into the Fringe. I want to really do a good show every day.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
That's great. So now.